Hey guys, this is Adrian from Assuming Survive, and you're watching Tattoo.com.
Hey everybody, it's Mischievous Mel, live from ROCKwell UnScene Magazine and Tattoo.com. And we are here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin with Assuming We Survive, the one and only
Adrian.
Yo, Adrian.
Hey, yo, Moose.
You probably really got to get fucking sick of that, but
it's fine. It's part of the deal, man. You know, I could yell at my mom if anything, but it's totally cool. I love Rocky. Who doesn't?
Exactly. And some of us on this tour, most people on this tour are too young to know who the hell Rocky was.
We did an interview, and people didn't know who, like, Led Zeppelin was, and we were like, oh my gosh, okay, yeah. We used to have to walk to school, you know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, these kids are so spoiled nowadays. Look up Led Zeppelin and look up Rocky, please.
They can't because they are looking for Pokemon.
Oh my gosh. I was walking around the Mall of America yesterday, and I don't have the Pokemon app. I just don't. I'm sorry. I'm not cool. But I was like literally like texting my wife and just talking to her. And I look around and like as I look around, I notice all these people on their phones just walking around. Like I was like, oh my God, I look like one of those idiots. And so I just put my phone down. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And not that if you play Pokemon, you're an idiot. It's just, there's so much life around you. Like put your phone away. Like observe. Like life is beautiful. Like, especially if you're at the mall, go buy something or not. Go look at something.
Well, I'm going to be that bitch and say, put fucking Pokemon down, because if you're me, you had kids that watch and you said turn it off and go to a fucking show.
That is true.
A live show. Because you guys started out, well, kind of in a local metal scene and rock scene in Cali, and that's kind of where we know each other from.
Oh, yeah. 6 or 7 years ago, we met at Bailey's, and we've been friends ever since. And, you know, through a lot of hardships on both ends, look where we're at now, which is totally cool. And that's a testament, people. Like, if you want something, you go out there and get it. You don't take no for an answer, and if you love it with all your heart, it's there. You can do it. You can do anything you want. You just got to go do it. So, I mean, case in point, seriously.
You're very, very, like, uplifting, which is great, because, again, you know, I mean, everybody says that music has no positive in it, and the world sucks. And the world right now kind of does suck. That's why people are looking at Pokemon. But fuck that. Turn up some music.
Music is the key. You know, music saved me when I was growing up. My dad used to abuse me, and like the one place he couldn't get me was on top of the roof. So I'd grab my guitar and go on top of the roof and play my guitar, and you know, and like music's always been there to save me. It's my savior. And I always tell kids too, like, and for the past couple of years throughout touring, I meet a lot of kids that like cut themselves and self-harm and maybe even do drugs. And I always tell them, if you're having a bad day, write me on Instagram. I'll write you back. It might take me a little bit because I'm answering a lot of people, I write people back. And I've met so many kids that I've met through tours that come up to me. They're like, you know what, I'm 6 months clean of cutting, or I haven't drinking, or I haven't taken a pill. So music is that one thing. It's a very positive thing. And you can say that there's no positiveness in music, but that's complete bullshit. We know this. You know, music saves lives, and it does. We
do, because if people were in the mosh pit, they wouldn't be in the store shooting people.
That is true. Go to a pit, okay? If you're angry, don't do anything stupid. Go to a fucking rock show. Go get in the pit. You might meet some of your best friends you never knew existed, and you might discover a band that you completely fall in love with, and you might not be that angry anymore. You know, that's what fucking pits are for, is to get that aggression out safely.
Well, yeah, if you push somebody down, pick them up, you know, but you can laugh at them when their tooth falls.
Yeah, that's true. Every now and then.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Cut that part. Anyways, that being said, so how is Warped Tour going for Assuming We Survive?
It is so great. We're so blessed, and it's so amazing to see the reaction of all these kids and just people in general in different cities. You know, like I said, we're from back home in California, and you've seen us at little bars, you know, and to go from little bars to around the country, and people know who we are, and they show up for a set time competing with all these other bands, and they come to see us play. And even like today, I was talking to a couple people. It's like, we've never played Milwaukee ever, but we had a good crowd, and like 15 kids knew the new songs to the new record, let alone the old songs. So it's like it's a very overwhelming and beautiful feeling, and it's so nice to see that like all our hard work's like really paying off, you know. So Warped Tour's long days. We just got done doing 12 shows in a row, and you're doing 14-hour days like every day. Plus you're driving, and we're driving ourselves, and we're basically rotating, driving rotation. So it's really brutal, but it's so much fun, and I wouldn't ask for anything else. Like, this is our natural habitat right here. So.
Speaking of brutal, you got some brutally awesome ink, and since we are here with Tattoo.com, would you like to tell us about some of your ink or all of your ink?
So I used to be in the Army, and I wrote this for a lot of my friends that passed away. So it's just a little poem, a little ode to my fellow brothers out there. This is my Beetlejuice tattoo I got from my nephew that passed away. We used to watch Beetlejuice every Sunday, and his favorite part was when he was a snake and had the stripes. So I got that for him. Stay true, because my sister used to always tell me to stay true. So long, farewell. A farewell is a person that's an over-eccentric personality, sometimes gets influenced by bad people. So it's like a so long to my old self, where I'd let people really, I let them influence me in the bad ways, in wrong ways, I guess it would be. So this is just a tattoo reminder. And then I just got my shark, because I love sharks. I just got this not too long ago. Obviously my music tattoos, rock to live to rock, die fast, die punk. That was back in the day when I was a little punk rocker. Danger, because the world's going to end, especially the way we're going right now. I got my family crest, Dominican and German crests going on, which I still have to finish. The neck sucks. It hurts so bad. I hate it. So I got those going on. Actually, Alex from Atreyu is going to tattoo me on this tour, so I'm pretty stoked to get a little tattoo from him. So that's going to be pretty fun. I don't know how it's going to heal, like bending around and sweating all day, but we'll see what happens. A tour tattoo is a fun tattoo, right? Can't
and a
beat
great
that.
story. Because most of the questions I ask, it starts out with, well, the bitch, or I was drunk, or the dirty needles. So, at least.
Dirty needles, oh jeez.
Oh yeah, check out the Avatar interview.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Love you, Avatar.
If you're gonna get a tattoo, make sure it's safe. Like, just a heads up, just make sure it's safe. Actually, a friend of mine came out a few days ago, and he got a tattoo, and it's like completely like infected right now, and it's the gnarliest thing you've ever seen. Right behind me are some sexy dudes from Set It Off. They're like the sexiest band on Warped Tour right now. What's up, dude?
Fantastic.
But yeah.
Well, we want to thank you for your time, Adrian, because we kind of just scooped him up because we're just friends from back home, and we thought it was cool.
I was so happy when I saw your post today saying that you guys were out here. I literally was. I was back at our rig, and I was like, oh my gosh, the ROCKwell guys are here. I was so excited. And then I walked into press and I saw Wes. I was like so pumped, and I asked about you and Sky. So she's out there running around. Actually, what band is she in right now? Is she playing for?
Right now she's not in a band. She just kind of plays to play. So if you need a bass or guitar player,
I might have her come up and play down with us in Pomona.
She might do that.
Tell her. Are you going to Pomona?
Will we be home by then? Oh, I lied. We won't be home by then. Unless you want her to hop on your bus.
We'll figure that out. We'll get her to play bass with us at some point in time.
She'll do it.
But it's always a pleasure, and make sure you check these guys out. They're amazing. They're amazing, and some of the most humble people you'll ever meet. And it's always a pleasure seeing you guys.
Normally your bitch goes in front of that, so thanks, Adrian.
Oh, we didn't take a shot today.
Well, we can do that later. If you bring me some, I'll take them.
I'll bring you some.